celebrations. From the prayers for officers and ratings of the Nigerian Navy at mosques and churches across naval formations, to the press briefing highlighting significant achievement of the Nigerian Navy under the Chief of the Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Awal Zubairu Gambo in Abuja, to the reception ceremony for the arrival of the new warship, the Nigerian Navy ship NNS Kada in Lagos, and the Gulf Kitty in Port Harcourt, there was no dull moment. As promised in the last edition of the program, we will be bringing you more highlights from the events. This edition of the program, The Nigerian Navy Today, promises to be a viewing delight. My name is Jibrin Baba Ndachi. Come sail with us.
International cooperation and collaboration among navies with similar maritime-related challenges across the globe are considered vital for a safer and economically viable maritime space. Statistics have shown that most of Africa's exports and imports are transported through the sea, thus an indication that the safety of Africa's maritime space is central to its economic development. As part of events to mark the 66th anniversary of the Nigerian Navy, a two-day conference tagged the International Maritime Conference was organized by the Nigerian Navy with the theme Optimizing Collaboration for Maritime Security and Socio-Economic Development in Africa. To this end, Nigeria's serving and retired chiefs of defense staff, service chiefs as well as their foreign counterparts, members of the diplomatic communities and other corporate partners of the navies of the world converged at the Oneport Multi-Purpose Center, Federal Ocean Terminal, Rivers State, with the aim of providing a roadmap for an effective collaboration among governments and other stakeholders to bring about an efficient and secured maritime space. In a keynote address by the special guest of honor, President Muhammadu Buhari, represented by the Minister of Defense, Major General Bashir Salihi Magashi, retired. The President, while acknowledging the role of the Nigerian Navy as cardinal in the nation's maritime space, commended the Nigerian Navy for its commitment in ensuring the safety of the nation's waterways.
We all have strong reason to support the Nigerian Navy, and I make bold to commend the Nigerian Navy for its giant strike in maritime security operations, which resulted in several arrests of economic saboteurs, perpetrators of illegal bunkering, smugglers, pipeline vandals, and other miscreants in the fight against illegality in the Gulf of Guinea maritime domain.
President Muhammadu Buhari noted that the conference, which is to commemorate the 66th anniversary of the Nigerian Navy, portends a veritable platform to espouse measures to mitigate increasing vulnerabilities in African waters, especially in the Gulf of Guinea.
However, we agree that these threats have become a transnational and evolved beyond the scope and capability of one nation to deal with. The situation therefore calls for greater international collaboration, and this conference therefore symbolizes strategic collaborative initiative between Nigerian Navy and other international maritime stakeholders.
The Chief of the Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Awa Zubairu Gambo, noted that the huge attendance at the conference is a proof of the collaborative commitments of navies of the world towards defining mechanisms to tackle current threats in the Gulf of Guinea, which he described as transitional in nature.
Regrettably, in the past decade, a huge capacity gap has emerged among Gulf of Guinea navies and coastguards in the efficient discharge of these mandates. It is envisaged that this conference will provide a veritable platform to collectively prefer way forward in addressing the myriad of challenges in the maritime environment. It is therefore hoped that this forum will facilitate the much needed step towards identifying viable concepts and constructive collaborative action plans that will support this strategic level initiative.
Vice Admiral Awal Zubairu Gambo stressed that the complexity of maritime threats in the Gulf of Guinea requires the coming together of littoral states for enhanced capabilities to win the war against infractions in the regional maritime domains.
The objective of the conference, therefore, is to elicit proper understanding and develop strategies that will enhance collective preparedness to meet present and emerging maritime challenges in an ever-changing strategic environment in the Gulf of Guinea and beyond. Finally, I make bold to state that no single navy or support guard can do it alone.
A paper presentation titled Building International Collaborative Capacities for Sustainable Maritime Security in the Gulf of Guinea, presented by Rear Admiral Narciso Fastidio Jr., Executive Director ICC Yaoundé, represented, gave more insights.
The Group of Guinea covers approximately 6,000 kilometers of coastline and about 962,000 square nautical miles of economic exclusive zone, and it's source of 2.5, 2.7 and 4.5% of world reserve in gas and oil respectively.
Subject experts, moderator and discussants had their time to deliberate on the presentation.
Well, some crime is going down, and congratulations, particularly also to Nigeria for the INV and the second March report reported that the piracy was not an issue. So piracy and armed robbery at sea is on the way down.
The fundamental principles of cooperative advantage or competencies that define capabilities and capacities.
Member countries must keep enough strength in terms of resources, in terms of ability to bear probably with our partners outside this region.
African Integrated Maritime Strategy is an instrument for harnessing regional blue economic potentials and prospects for collective action against illegal, unreported and unregulated fishing, IUUF, in African waters, were the themes for panel discussions. Discussions among participants at the conference centered on how best to deal with common maritime challenges and defining mechanisms to tackle current threats in the Gulf of Guinea, which the 2 days conference, which features through deliberation, interactions, questions and answers, came to an end with a communique presented by the Nigerian Navy Chief of Policy and Plans, Rear Admiral Saidu Garba.
Each conference therefore draws a friend from our allied navies as well as to provide African Navy the opportunity to deliberate on topical issues relating to the development and how we enhance our collective preparedness towards meeting present, emerging, and future maritime needs.
As part of its efforts at deepening synergy and cooperation in ensuring a safe and secured maritime environment, the Nigerian Navy, in collaboration with navies of West and Central African countries, including Cameroon, Togo, the European Union, and the United States Coast Guard, embarked on an exercise codenamed Exercise Edi Diana. The exercise, which was one of the major events of the 66th anniversary of the Nigerian Navy, was flagged off by the Chief of Defense Staff, General Lucky Rabo, at the Federal Ocean Terminal on Rivers State on Monday, May 30th, 2022. Exercise Edi Diana was aimed at tackling anti-piracy, illegal and unregulated fishing, and other security threats. Speaking at the flag-off ceremony, General Lucky Rabo emphasized the benefits of collaboration amongst the Committee of Nations through galvanizing the capacities of the various participating navies to enhancing maritime safety.
And the whole essence is to rid our maritime domain, especially the Gulf of Guinea, of every maritime security threats. So this exercise is intended to galvanize the capacities and resources of the various navies so that together we can achieve the objective of security within our commons.
Well, here Dr. Botacote, Diego Chilke, Botacolari, Samuel Siders, Name Samuel.
The Port Harcourt Polo Club played host to polo enthusiasts. The tournament saw the best of players in action. The Nigerian Navy team paired with the Nigerian Army team for the finals after a competitive preliminary contest. At the end, the Nigerian Navy team emerged winner of the tournament. In second and third positions were teams Nigerian Army and Nigerian Police respectively.
The National President, Naval Officers Wives Association, NOAA, Hajia Nana Aisha Gambo, on behalf of all members and staff of the association, cordially welcomes all invited guests to the foundation laying ceremony of a magnificent 200 beds capacity Naval Officers Wives Association Women and Children Green Smart Hospital. This great initiative is the first of its kind since the establishment of the Naval Officers Wives Association as a non-governmental organization. The hospital is designed to bring efficient and affordable women and children healthcare services to the general public, leveraging telemedicine with a view to contributing to the overall healthcare delivery in the country. The foundation laying ceremony will take place on Monday 13th of June 2022 at Plot 345, Galadimowa District, Abuja by 2 p.m. Her Excellency Dr. Mrs. Aisha Buhari, First Lady, Federal Republic of Nigeria, is a special guest of honor at the event. Up NOAA, sail in unison. Announcer Mrs. Rhoda Olotu, National Public Relations Officer for NOAA National President.
One of the core mandates of the Naval Officers Wives Association, NOAA, has been to complement the efforts of the Nigerian Navy. The current president and wife of the chief of the naval staff, Edi Diana Gambo, has lived up to the mandate and followed the footsteps of past NOAA presidents and spouses of former naval icons with a developmental strides. To this end, NOAA participated actively in the 66th anniversary and 2022 Navy Week. In a one-day seminar held at the Nigerian Navy Secondary School, Port Harcourt, TAD, dealing with depression, Edi Diana Gambo stressed the dangers of depression and made a case for the need to deal with factors that aid depression.
Also stressed that I was saying that was society shape. No one. This one of the and it's up for the investment by our society.
Speakers at the seminar were also factual on the causes and signs of depression and the way out.
That's one of the ways of overcoming. When we see it on our lives, we know that after too much time to
There were cultural displays to spice up the day. The traditional boat regatta held at the Nigerian Naval College Jetty, One, was attended by NOAA President Edi Diana Gambo and other members of the association. It was a colorful and entertaining boat display. Similarly, the cultural night event was captivating and entertaining as audience were treated to the best of Rivers cultural dances performed by the Rivers State Cultural Troops. Still in the celebration mood, the NNS Pathfinder football pitch hosted a novelty football match that saw the athletic skills of the wives of the Navy officers. Health, they say, is wealth. So does the Navy Officers' Wives Association NOAA believes. To this end, the association organized a free medical rhapsody at the State School Field Agbete, One, Rivers State. The outreach featured free medical checkup and treatment for several health issues, including eye checkup and free eyeglasses. As it has become a norm, the naval officers' wives, in the spirit of the celebration, gave out food and other household items. The Navy Officers' Wives Association, led by its president Hajia Nana Aisha Gambo, were also at the International Maritime Conference to show their support all the way. A proof to the popular saying that besides every successful husband is a supportive wife. The Nigerian Navy held its ceremonial sunset and dinner to mark the end of this year's anniversary and the 2022 Navy Week celebration. Ceremonial sunset is an age-long naval tradition, often held as part of the formalities to bring the activities of the year to a close. Although largely a regimental display, but it is often toned down with some aura of social ambience to accommodate non-regimental dignitaries. More of a reunion with lots of pleasantries, yet with a naval tradition intact. Naval icons, past and present service chiefs alongside traditional rulers and dignitaries were present, waiting for sunset to commence activities properly. And then came the march past of guards and band signifying sunset, heralded by a series of naval commands. Gracing this all-important event was a special guest of honor, the Chief of Defense Staff, General Lucky Rabo. The Chief of the Naval Staff, along with a special guest of honor and other invited guests, takes posts for the lowering of the national flag. After sunset comes nightfall, as the Chief of the Naval Staff treated his guests to a dinner. The night, colorful and pleasing with some cool music to go with and some catching up to do. The rhythm of the classical music was invited. The dance steps and movements is an attestation to the fact that those within the military circle sure know how to unwind too, as the Chief of the Naval Staff and his guests thrilled themselves to a dance. All that was needed to make the night even more exciting was made available. The last 1 year, under the current Chief of the Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Zubairu Gambo, has recorded several breakthroughs for the Navy and the country at large. As events marking this year's anniversary and Navy Week comes to a close, it is expected that the year ahead will record more formidable achievements for an enhanced Navy to enable it carry out its statutory functions effectively.
The 65th anniversary of the Nigerian Navy and the 2022 Navy Week has further brought to the fore successes already recorded by the Nigerian Navy under the leadership of the Chief of the Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Zubairu Gambo. It is believed that the deliberations and reports from the just concluded conference, when implemented, will enhance the capabilities of the various participating countries to adequately secure their maritime domain. This is where we call it a wrap on this program, the Nigerian Navy Today. I am Jibrin Baba Ndachi. See you next week. Onward together.